Hello everyone and welcome back to Efrain Rodriguez Jr. Show. Today we have a different setup. I like my breaks. I love breaks. I spent too much time in the USA. Actually, the house that I grew up in, Atillo, my dad built a chimney. It was the only house in the whole area with a chimney, and a lot of people make a lot of fun because jokes because they said is Santa Claus gonna come down the chimney. that was the house with the chimney in Puerto Rico. My dad, he was a genius. Rest in peace. Okay, so let's get to this. This news sorry, is 1 day old. Tampa, Florida. A federal judge in Tampa, Florida, struck down on Monday the Biden administration mask mandate for airplanes and other public transport methods. The U.S. Judge Kathryn Kimball Mizelle said the mandate was unlawful because it exceeds the statutory authority of the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and because its implementation violates administrative law. For me to try to explain this in Puerto Rico to you that listening to this in English, sometimes we don't know that we have a constitution that it protects us. And since that constitution was implemented on 1776, if I'm correct, yes, I think it was 1776, I am here to not just to change your mind something, just to tell you this constitution, it protects us against a tyrannic government. And what had just happened was that I have a video that I record in Spanish. Pedro Rosanales was the one talking about. So what I'm gonna do a brief resume of what he said, or resume what he said. And he was just talking about this law, but at the same time his own words was like, that the place that this happened, it is the place that a governor didn't obey the federal mandates, and he was in his own way. You know, when we hear this, I recorded with my phone, and Google Translate don't have yet this voice recording swap from English to Spanish, or from Spanish to English yet. Maybe in the future. But when I was listening to all this, and the way that he was asking, he interviewed this old lady, and she went off like, no, that is, completely wrong, because it's our health, and we need to keep him, people like it or not. I was saying, grandma, I mean, it was a very strong, way of saying things. And I was like, oh, but this woman is. But what is striking me so awful was that I know now, since I've been back and I'm been doing this communication through this channel, and they struck me one video down and the other channel, Efrain Rodriguez Jr., and that channel became some other channel. We just swapped the name, and we create this channel just to bring you this kind of information. That's why I wanted to keep it of what they say in there, because they can be saying like I'm doing misinformation. No, I just bringing you and in talking to you, one or two person, what it is that is going on in Puerto Rico. You have a person that the way she was talking in a way so authoritarian way that they think they just, I've said it before, it's like I feel like I'm around so many robots because they still have the mask, and even they lift up the mask mandates here on March 7th. And I gotta criticize the politicians here from the other side. They go along with this, and they don't see other venues that they can just talk and really say no. Why are we gonna continue doing this? And compare apple to apples, like when Pedro Rosales was talking, and the way that he just, they don't like the way that the Ron DeSantis managed his team over there. But if you look up at the numbers, the end result, it's the same thing that they did in New York or they did in California. And we're talking about big states. So if you compare apples to apples, what they did in those places that DeSantis did in his state, that's why it's United States. They all govern themselves. They have that authority of doing it. Sorry. So when I hear Pedro Rosales, this is not, now we have Biden, now we are going to do this. No, it got channels, and through those channels, it get to, and people can say yes or no. And we have a constitution that defends us. And if you know about these things, at least you're not in the group that are thinking like this old lady. Then he asked another lady, and the other lady was like, I don't know, more mild, saying like, this mask thing, they take it all the way to extreme. Listen, if you feel that safe with the mask, and all those studies out there, I respect you wearing the mask. But why I had to really, if I don't want to use it, I had to wear it. Why you had to punish me for your decision? Respect your decision. Can you respect mine? You know what I'm saying? So the Constitution has powers that if the government overreach, the judicial come back and say, whoa, 1 second, cannot do that. So that's what we saw today. So let me see if I found the part. Let me mute this and let me.
Tribunal de la Florida, un estado cuyo gobernador ha estado siempre en contra de las medidas sanitarias implementadas por el gobierno federal.
No es necesario. Yo creo que alguna gente lo está cogiendo demasiado. Para mí.
Otros pasajeros están conscientes de que hay riesgos de enfermarse dentro de los aviones si no se usa la mascarilla.
Everyone's already like claustrophobic as it is in there. I think the removal of it's kind of bad though, just because we don't know if everybody's vaccinated first of all, and on top of that, it's like, someone's sick on the plane, it's gonna get everybody sick. I don't think it's.
Will you wear a mask inside the plane or not?
Me personally, no.
I raised my case. You cannot have it both ways. You cannot have it both ways. And that young kid, hey, let's applaud him, because not a lot of people talking to a microphone. But, oh man, he went from, not everybody got the vaccines to, the racist about that part, because the unvaccinated ones that are gonna kill the ones that are vaccinated. And it's so weird, because if you're already vaccinated or vaccinated, so you don't need to worry about this. But this is the mentality. And then he went from there to, oh, we got all get all sick in the airplane. But this happens before, so we understand the COVID is different and different variation of the COVID. But then at the end, they ask him plain blank, "Will you use this?" And he say, "Oh, me personally, no." You understand? So I'm just gonna say it one more time. This happened on Monday. Sorry, it's Tuesday, and this is probably gonna get it on Wednesday. A federal judge in Tampa, Florida, struck down on Monday the Biden administration max mandates for airplanes and other public transportation methods. The U.S. Judge Kathryn Kimball said the mandate was unlawful because it exceeds the statutory authority of the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and because its implementation violates administrative law. That's what we had law. That's what we vote, and we get the representative and the senators to talk in our behalf. A republic. This is a republic. Thank you so much. If you like this video, just hit the smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share. Sharing is caring, like Gabriel say all the time. Sharing is caring. Share with friends and family, and we'll see you back out tomorrow. And tell me about this setup that I did today. Take care. Now I'm going to TikTok. God bless.